This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
Welcome to the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters award-winning YCN Game of the Week. Today we're in Lebanon, New Hampshire for a clash between the host Raiders and their cage foe, the Cavaliers of Hollis-Brookline. YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by MJ Harrington & Company, jewelers and designers since 1948. Raleigh Lakeside Builders, specializing in custom and waterfront homes, shoreline protection, renovations, and full-scale design. Ramontos in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. Mascoma Savings Bank, with no shareholders to please, they are committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in our community. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Bubba's Bar and Grill, offering fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizza, entrees, and award-winning seafood chowder. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Good evening and welcome to Lebanon, New Hampshire for tonight's matchup between the Lebanon Raiders and the Hollis-Brookline Cavaliers. I'm Jeremy Stout. I'll be joined shortly by my broadcast partner, Andrew Zerhide. And these two teams know each other well. Meeting last year in the semifinals, Lebanon beating Hollis-Brookline on their way to the championship. Hollis-Brookline giving Lebanon their only regular season loss last year. So two teams who know each other well will be ready for a big matchup tonight. And first, Andrew, for the Cavaliers team, 4-1. Like I said, they beat this team, Lebanon, last year in the regular season.
Yeah, the Cavaliers, they're a very good team. We're going to be keeping an eye on Matthew Dowling and Matthew Simcoe, a couple of Matts. Both are seniors, both are forwards. They're going to be big in the paint, gobbling up a ton of rebounds, scoring a ton of points.
And for this Lebanon team, I mentioned they won the championship last year, only the one loss, really looking to continue that this year. Lost some key players, but they still have a good team.
Yeah, they do still have a good team. We're going to be keeping an eye on also a couple of senior forwards, Matt Islander and Chris Nolte. Both of these guys are over 6 feet tall. They're also going to be big. Both played a big role on this championship team last year. Look for them to be a huge force, and watch out for Chris Nolte shooting the three ball.
All right, it's the Raiders and the Cavaliers, the YCN Game of the Week. It's next.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by MJ Harrington & Company, jewelers and designers since 1948. Raleigh Lakeside Builders, specializing in custom and waterfront homes, shoreline protection, renovations, and full-scale design. Ramontos in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. Mascoma Savings Bank, with no shareholders to please, they are committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in our community. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Bubba's Bar and Grill, offering fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizza, entrees, and award-winning seafood chowder. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
And now let's send it down to the public address announcer for tonight's starting lineups.
Please give a Raider Nation welcome to the Cavaliers of Hollis-Brookline. Starting at guard, number 4, Grant Snyder. At forward, number 13, Matthew Simcoe. At forward, number 21, Jonathan Brackett. At guard, number 22, Scott Van Torn. And at center, number 44, Matthew Dowling. And now, the starting lineup for your Lebanon Raiders. Starting at guard, number 1, Hunter Bienvenu. At guard, number 15, Logan Falzarano. At forward, number 20, Matt Islander. At forward, number 22, Wade Rainey. And at center, number 32, Chris Nolte.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Lebanon, Hollis-Brookline, about ready to tip off. And welcome to our Facebook Live audience as we are here in Lebanon, New Hampshire, where the 5-2 Raiders face off against the 4-1 Cavaliers. Raiders winning the tip and setting up in their half-court offense. A lot of motion to start here. a team that lost a couple players, but as we talked about, Andrew, in the opening, they still have some strong seniors and good role players, and obviously Coach Keith Mattey's still on the bench, and he's a great coach. Ooh, nice three-pointer there, number 32, Christopher Nolte, and that's one of the big players that we talked about early.
Yeah, Chris Nolte, he has that sneaky range. He can definitely hit that long ball. You've got to put a hand in his face.
Both these teams very familiar with each other. The jumper from the corner, no good, and Nolte comes away with it. Hollis-Brookline handing Lebanon their only defeat last year on the 18-1 season, and then Lebanon returning the favor in a game that we covered down in UNH, as we see a three-point attempt, no good, and the Lebanon coming away with that win in the semifinals, 50-36, before going on to win the championship over Co Brown. Nice little cut there inside, a little aggressive though, and the rebound to Bienvenu, and Lebanon with the 3-0 lead, 6:20 to play in the first.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Mascoma Savings Bank, mutually owned with no shareholders to please. If you want your local game, event, parade, or concert televised into YCN's nearly 300,000 households, contact us at info@ycnnow.com.
Nolte with another big three, doubling the lead to 6. 2 minutes into this one, Cavaliers yet to find the bottom of the net. Nice little move, but good defense in the paint. Islander forcing the ball back outside, making the Cavaliers reset. And Islander, once again, nice defense. Straight up on that one. Avoids the foul. Plays nice defense, and Lebanon back on the run. Corner three ball, number 22, Wade Rainey. So some hot shooting so far here in this matchup. Inside, another nice defensive effort. That time, Islander again straight up, and then he runs out the court and out in front of everyone, but couldn't get the little bunny. And Lebanon, maybe they should just keep to shooting three-pointers.
Yeah, right. Oh,
nice little dribble drive, number 4 there, Grant Snyder gets Hollis-Brookline on the board, 9-2. Inside 5 to play in the first quarter.
Nice move there by Snyder, driving to the hoop, getting the bucket. Really uncontested.
Islander on the baseline with a nice drive, but he couldn't get it to fall. Quick moving first quarter. 4.5 to play, 9-2 our score. Nolte leads all scorers with 6, 2 3-pointers. Wade Rainey with a 3 as well. Corner 3, and he gets it to go. Number 22, Scott Van Konen.
Nice shot by Scott there. Really, Hollis-Brookline, they're going to need to knock down some shots like that. This Lebanon team, they're very good. The Raiders doing a nice job of rebounding too. They haven't allowed Hollis-Brookline to get very many second chance opportunities.
Hollis-Brookline coming in on a 4-game winning streak. The last time out, defeated Sauhegan 70-46. Really took it to Sauhegan. No good on the 3-point attempt, but the offensive rebound, and Islander kicks it back out to Nolte. They'll reset, and Paul Zarano setting things up. Yeah, Hollis-Brookline 70 their last time out, 71 the time before that against Manchester West in a win. And a traveling violation will take a timeout. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Harris Family Furniture in Plymouth, Laconia, and Chichester.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, 3:28 to play here in the first quarter. Lebanon leading Hollis-Brookline 9-5 in the early going.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. We'll choose the team member that had the greatest impact.
Nice drive there by Snyder, but he couldn't get it to go. And then Islander, number 20 on the breakaway, takes his man to the hole, and 11-5 lead for the Raiders.
Nice job by Islander there. He started off the year injured. He was recovering from surgery. I believe it was a football injury. But since he came back to this team, he has been big. Nice drive by him.
He'll get the offensive foul against Hollis-Brookline. That is the first foul of the game. Matthew Dowling, his first. Team's first. And in the last few games going over for the Raiders with a win over Plymouth, 61-48. Before that, they had fallen twice in a row to Merrimack Valley and Conval after starting off with 4 straight wins. So they have 5-2 on the season. A 3-point loss to Conval and then a 10-point loss to Merrimack Valley, who is a very good team this year. Well, I'm sure they'll be in the playoffs and Lebanon could face them again.
Nice pass there.
Yeah, nice drive and kick into the corner. Nolte for the corner 3. Can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to Snyder, and Cavaliers with a chance to cut into the 6-point deficit, but before that, they'll get called for the offensive foul.
The YCN scoreboard sponsor is LaValle Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. And Bubba's Bar and Grill, overlooking the beautiful Newberry Harbor on Lake Sunapee.
So Matt Simcoe picking up his first, team's second. Only 2 fouls in this game have been offensive fouls against the Cavaliers.
Yeah, and last year when these two teams met in the semifinals, Simcoe really the only player on Hollis-Brookline to have a big game. I believe he scored like 20 points.
Jonathan Williman just entered the game, and he shoots the 3 from the corner, doesn't get it to go. Hollis-Brookline almost gets that one, but they'll get the offensive rebound and set it up again. Nice drive along the right side and the glass. 21, Jonathan Brackett. His first points of the night. And only a 4-point deficit, 90 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Hey, local sports fans, 94.5 ESPN's Franklin and House Sports Talk Show can be seen on YCN's WYCX Outside Television at 5 p.m. every weekday. Tune in daily and get up to date on what's happening in sports.
The drive there by Rainey. Couldn't connect. Hollis-Brookline, nice little kick out. Little mid-range jumper, number 14, Drew Miglani. And Cavaliers have come all the way back to make it a 2-point game inside a minute to play here in the first quarter. See if Lebanon will set up here for a final shot or try and run their offense and get an open look. They like to shoot the 3. And they are pretty good at it, obviously, as we see Falzarano from behind the arc. A little strong on his first attempt of the night. And now the Cavaliers with 30 seconds to go. Good movement here by the Cavaliers, just trying to take some time off the clock, but not get too stagnant. Maybe get an open look before, and driving into the paint, and turned it over Brackett. And here comes Nolte the other way. He doesn't get it to go, but the offensive rebound and put back by Williman is blocked, and after all that, no score. So after 1 quarter of play, Lebanon leads Hollis-Brookline 11-9. We'll take a break and come right back with the YCN Game of the Week.